Hello, my name is Anna Neely. I'm going to be analyzing Frodo Baggins from the Lord of the Rings trilogy using the Big Five. So this is my presentation, Frodo's Five. Frodo Baggins is a hobbit, born in the village of Hobbiton. He is a white male and the son of Drogo Baggins and Pramila Brandybuck. Unfortunately, when Frodo was a young boy, his parents drowned out on a lake. Because of things like this, he was said to be the product of others' adventures. His family was known to be very adventurous, which put him into many uncomfortable situations. He is the nephew of Bilbo Baggins, who he went to live with when his parents died. Long before Frodo was born, Bilbo went out on an adventure with Gandalf the Wizard, where he acquired a ring. This ring was evil and was called the Ring of Power. This ring was not sought for when Bilbo had it, but when it was passed down to Frodo, it was very sought for. Frodo had much evil chasing after him to acquire this ring, and he must go on a long, dangerous journey to destroy it. Frodo's central traits are being observant, selfless, polite, and brave. I will be analyzing Frodo Baggins using the Big Five. The Big Five is related to trait theory. It states that individual traits are likely to fall into these 5 categories: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. This theory was highly influenced by the research done by Gordon Allport, Raymond Cattell, Hans Eisnick, and others. First, I will discuss openness to experience. People who score highly on openness to experience tend to be curious, exploratory, they are intellectually and emotionally curious, they might like to travel new places, and are willing to experience new things. People who score low on openness to experience tend to be more cautious and might like things to be more consistent in their life. I would say that Frodo is very high in openness to experience because of his willingness to go on the journey to destroy the ring. Next is conscientiousness. People who are high in conscientiousness tend to have impulse control, they're thoughtful, they're less spontaneous, do not tend to improvise, and can regulate their desires, while people who are low on the scale tend to be carefree and blithe. I would say that Frodo is in the middle to the high side of conscientiousness. He demonstrates a lot of impulse control throughout the whole trilogy. He's carrying a ring that's supposed to create a desire for evil in people that is not ever overcome. But Frodo overcomes this desire and is able to destroy the ring, which puts him more on the high side of conscientiousness. But he still made an impulsive and carefree decision to go on this long journey. Next is extroversion. Someone who scores highly in extroversion is going to be much more full of energy, outgoing, they might seek attention, they're talkative, and a bit more dominant. Someone who is low in extroversion will be much more reserved, and they do not seek this attention or social interaction. Hobbits themselves are very extroverted, but I would say that Frodo keeps to himself. That's why he's a good tenant to be carrying the ring. He does not draw attention to himself. So I would say that Frodo is in the middle to low side of being extroverted. Next is agreeableness. People who rank high in agreeableness tend to be friendly, cooperative, and compassionate, while those who are lower on the scale tend to be more detached from people's issues, unfriendly, and a bit antagonistic. I would say that Frodo is very agreeable. The lower end of this scale doesn't seem to relate to him at all. His motivation to go on this journey is because of his love and compassion for his friends and family. So I would say that he is definitely high in agreeableness. Lastly is neuroticism. Someone who is low in neuroticism tends to be calm, confident, and tough, while those who are high in neuroticism tend to be anxious, concerned, sensitive, and don't have much emotional stability. I would say that Frodo is low in neuroticism because of his decision to go on this journey in the first place. Someone who's high in neuroticism would see too much danger. They would feel too much stress regarding the journey itself. Frodo definitely demonstrates low neuroticism. And that is the end of my presentation. I've analyzed Frodo Baggins from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which discussed openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. I have cited our textbook and The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Thank you.